Hello, this is Renita from Be Your Own Kind, and I am excited to do a recap video. I haven't done one in a while, and it's a lot going on in the week, not just on the platform but in the world. So I just want to touch on a couple of things that I saw last week. Clearly it would be last week, so I just want to get into it. But before I go further, you know that I have to bring up the Be Your Own Kind platform. Yes, I have the link in the description box. That link will take you to the t-shirt store that I have on teespring.com. Don't forget to check that out. Every once in a while I'm adding more merchandise when things come to me, but just check it out and support the Be Your Own Kind platform. Also, it doesn't cost anything to share this video or share this podcast wherever you're listening to, just share it and follow me on my platforms on Instagram and Twitter or Facebook. All of these things can be found in the description box. I just thank you so much for your continued support, and I thank you for you guys that do listen or look at my videos and provide feedback. And also, if you are interested in being interviewed on my podcast or writing a guest post, you are also welcome to do that. That can also be found on the Linktree link in the description box. And before I end it, I want to also advertise my live that I'll have every Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central Time. However, I won't have one this week because I double booked on a Friday. So I will be back Friday after next, so we can just talk about some things and get things off our chest, and I don't know, just have a nice session about whatever topic that we're talking about on that week. I believe the topic that I want to touch on is getting out of a rut, because I feel like we have these plans in life and they may not work as planned, and so we get discouraged about it. So I want to just talk about ways to get unstuck, or how we feel stuck, and just how to move past the plans that didn't happen. Get to also subscribe to my text community, where text me and we could just chat, or I can keep you up to date on things that's going on the platform. And let's get into it. So the first to talk about is the pandering. I did a video on it last week, and oh my god, I posted this video and I promise you, like 13 of my subscribers just disappeared. So I don't know why YouTube I highly doubt that 13 people unsubscribed because they had just subscribed to my channel last week. So I like the day before, and then the next day all 13 were gone. So I was really sad about that. Because I'm trying so hard to get to just 100 at this point. But I'm not going to be discouraged. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep posting, and hopefully I can get 13 more subscribers in the future. Anyhow, I talked about pandering because I spoke upon the Cardi B and Biden interview, and how a lot of people thought that was just a form of pandering, which I believe it is, but the Republicans are also pandering. You have that picture that's actually on my on the actual thumbnail, where you have the black church, or the black church praying over Trump, and now everyone's eyes are bowed, but as you can see in this picture right here, the one I'm speaking of, they're not bowed at all. Like his head is not bowed at all. Like he's just looking at the camera, so it's like he's not even engaged in the prayer. So that's like obviously pandering, right? You know. And then I talked about how this even came about, because I was touching upon the Candace Owens and the Candace Owens and Cardi B were going back and forth on their views and how they were arguing, and it kind of bit Cardi in the butt, because now the story she mentioned about her sister being discriminated against, now that company is suing her for utilizing the N-word towards them. So it's gotten a little messier since then, but I'm not going to touch upon that. So I don't know. No one really commented on that video, so I'm not sure if people feel like the pandering is just strictly annoying. And our what we're asking for, like our requests are never known. We're only important during the election season. However, I still feel like it's important to vote, just so we can have some type of input on who's going to be over the country. And I'd rather Biden over Trump, to be honest, at this point. Even though he's the lesser of the two evils, but when you look at both of them, they're like a fine line, from each other. So I do encourage you all to go out there and vote. Use your voice. You do have a voice, and vote. I know it doesn't seem like that with all the pandering. The pandering is a major turnoff, especially when it comes to voters. But this is our country, and we need to have a say in who's running it, essentially. So go out there and vote. I'm not trying to deter anyone from voting. It was just a topic that was brought up simply because Candace Owens and Cardi B were arguing. Speaking of Cardi B, unfortunately, her and her husband Offset are calling it quits after 3 years. Now, the controversy is not even around them actually getting divorced. It's the reasons behind them getting divorced. Personally, I don't care, because it's a family that is breaking up, and the kid culture would have to adjust to this change. She's used to, she's probably not used to both parents being in the house due to their busy schedules, but she'd be used to dad being around a lot more often than he would be, if they were married. So she still have to adjust to the divorce in some sort of way. So I feel sorry that, and bad. I just do not like the dissolution of marriages, but I understand that it's when you just fall out of love or you disconnect. So I just wish Offset and Cardi the best during this time. Now, can you believe that the government was trying to shut down TikTok? Friday I read that TikTok was supposed to be banned last Sunday due to, privacy issues or reasons. And my whole thing is, how secure is our information anyway on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, period. Sometimes I'm just sitting at home and my Google Home will just start talking to me when I'm not even talking to it. It'll just start saying things out the blue. So how do we know that those devices are not set to listen to us, like Alexa and all those things? So anyway, so I woke up maybe Sunday morning and it popped up on my phone that TikTok was no longer banned due to some kind of purchase deal, or that Trump decided with TikTok that the United States would gain some control over information. And then I'm reading today that he wanted some type of curriculum included into the purchase deal. If I can read it, it says President Donald Trump said Saturday he has approved the deal between TikTok's parent company ByteDance and Oracle, temporarily averting a ban on TikTok in U.S. app stores. The Commerce Department confirmed in a statement Saturday evening that it would delay by 1 week restrictions that were originally to take effect on Sunday, which is last Sunday. ByteDance will continue to be majority owner of TikTok under the agreement Trump said he approved. According to a person familiar with the matter, speaking to reporters, Trump said he approved the deal in concept, in quotes, in concept. I have given the deal my blessing, Trump says. If they get it done, that's great. If they don't, that's okay too. The deal will also include Walmart. Trump said adding that security will be 100%. They'll be using separate clouds and very, very powerful security. Trump said the deal will also include a $5 billion fund for U.S. education, though he did not say which companies will be making the payment. Trump had previously expressed a desire for the companies to make a payment to the U.S. Treasury, but was surprised when he was told such an arrangement would be illegal. With all that being said, I feel like this was just some sort of this would be some sort of stunt. I feel like it was a stunt just to get money allocated to whatever account he wanted to get it allocated to. And people would have been bored. What I was thinking about, what on earth is everyone gonna do without TikTok, especially now in COVID? That is a time waster for real. I can be on there for like 3 hours just looking at everybody dance or doing funny videos and things like that. So it's like, yeah, well, they really gonna ban TikTok? I feel like crime or something would have went up if people didn't have the luxury of looking at TikTok or recording on TikTok. Like, something would have happened. So I just don't think that was a smart idea anyway, like, to protect our privacy. Like, how private are we? Like, how private are our lives anymore anyway? So I'm just happy that I don't have to do a video of like, what are we supposed to do now without TikTok? So in the end of things, yay, we still have TikTok. So recently, I stated on one of my social media sites that Meg and Tory Lanez saga is turning into a telenovela. Like, seriously, it is. Hopefully you're up to date and know by now that Meg Thee Stallion was shot. This occurrence happened July 16th, and Megan was admitted in August to the world that Tory Lanez shot her. I think she was provoked to even mention the details because people were bashing her and stating that she wasn't shot at all, which is totally ridiculous to me. So to prove it, she posted a picture of her wounds while immediately taking it down. She wanted to show proof that she was shot, and then later on she expressed the details surrounding her shooting. People were skeptical of her even being shot because the original police report, she stated that she stepped on broken glass and that's what caused the injury. So, according to NBCnews.com, it states that while initial reports said Meg injured her foot on broken glass in the car, she has since claimed in social media posts and a July 27th Instagram live session that she was shot in both of her feet and had to get surgery to get the bullets taken out. Although she did not inform the police and has yet to reveal the identity of the shooter. So at that point, she didn't let anyone know that she was shot, and she stated in her live that she was shot on July 27th, but later on she mentioned who shot her, and I think that was just the point of like just sick of people like not believing that she was shot at all. So even with further speculation, with people saying that she wasn't shot, TMZ did mention that she was, however, shot. According to them, they said Megan Thee Stallion's injuries to her feet after Tory Lanez allegedly shot her were so bad she had to go into the operating room, TMZ has learned. Sources connected to the investigation tell TMZ the rapper's hospital records show she was treated for a gunshot injury when she was admitted to LA Cedars-Sinai Hospital. So this proved that she was indeed shot, which you would think would be enough, but it wasn't, because people were like bashing her and calling her a liar and this and that. So either way, nevertheless, Tory remained silent up until this entire point. On September 25th, which was this week, he released his Daystar album stating that he was innocent and that they kind of had like a little love affair behind Meg's best friend's back. So I'm not really like well versed in Tory Lanez's music. I actually don't know his catalog at all, but in interest to this story, I listened to the Daystar album simply because I wanted to know what was going on. So I actually like the album. I don't know if it's because it's a story behind it and I just love a juicy story, or like it is what I said earlier, like a telenovela, but it just seemed like a love story, like a Romeo and Juliet drunken love story to be exact. So in one of his lyrics on his song, one of the songs on his album entitled Money Over Fallouts, he quoted the following in that song. And I thought you was solid too, but look at how you doing me. Look at how you doing me. People trying to ruin me. And what's even worse is I'm still thinking about you and me. How you going live my birthday with all your jewelry to try to make some fool of me. So me having time that day, I looked up Tory Lanez's birthday, and it is actually July 27th. Now, if you noticed in they did mention that she went live on July 27th, vaguely mentioning details about the incident, just saying she was shot, but she didn't, at this point, she didn't mention who the shooter was. So this is part of the live on July 27th that he is referring to.
So that I'm happy and I'm smiling even though a lot of things have been, things that have been making me not smile, but I'm back. So I see a lot of people painting fake ass narratives and making up stories and all this other whack ass shit. But I also see a lot of people that have been like being very supportive and sending prayers, and I just really appreciate that. I saw the hotties doing a lot of things like writing letters on Tumblr and DMing me all the time, and I just want to say thank y'all so much, because y'all really been the ones that been helping me get through this. I was shot in both of my feet. I was shot in both of my feet, and I had to get surgery to get the shit taken out, get the bullets taken out. And it was super scary. Oh Lord, I didn't think I was gonna cry. But yeah, I had to get surgery. It was super scary. It was like just the worst experience of my life. And it's not funny. There's nothing to joke about. It was nothing for y'all to start going and making up fake stories about. I didn't put my hands on nobody. I didn't deserve to get shot. I didn't do shit. Like, and thank God that the bullets didn't touch bones. They didn't break tendons. Like, I know my mama, my daddy, my granny had to be looking out for me with that one, because where the bullets hit at, it missed everything. But and it's not that I was protecting anybody. I just wasn't ready to speak. That's not no shit you just immediately get on the internet and start talking about. And that's a lot of y'all y'all take y'all whole life to Instagram and Twitter and make it a diary, and that's not me. So all in them fake ass blogs and y'all fake ass sources and my fake ass friends.
Okay, so we can see in that live she is wearing a lot of jewelry on that live. So that's what I'm saying. Like, on his album, that fact match what actually happened. I'm not saying that it's true or false, but I'm just saying, like, his facts match, and we don't really know who shot her. Like, we don't know like who to believe at this point, and then later on there was some news unleashed that Meg's camp was saying that he hopped out of the car. When she hopped out of the car, he said dance be dance, and it just sounded like a really bad movie. I don't know, like, it's just some crazy details to this, and all I just know is that I wish they just saved all this energy for court. It's so many emphasis placed on Megan being a liar versus how she's coping. This girl doesn't have any family at all, and to be betrayed from what seemed as a love interest is very disheartening. We are so quick as a society to cancel a woman's story or find a way to make it her fault. Some say that he was retaliating towards her actions towards him, but at this point I don't really care what she said. I don't care what happened. There was just no reason for a gun to enter the situation at all. No matter who shot her, the point is someone was shot over some drunk stuff. Like when she tried to walk away from the argument, she was somehow injured. Like thankfully she survived, but things could have went way worse. Like she could have lost her foot. It could have damaged her career. She couldn't have been able to walk. You know, why was a gun presented in this scenario at all? Who invited this weapon into the dispute? Those are the questions that I am asking. And it was not just Meg that was traumatized. It was all the parties that were involved, Tory included. This has affected everyone, and it's affected them to the point where they're not even friends anymore, like none of them. And that's the main idea to me. And I hope that they all find healing, you know, while trying to combat all of these rumors that are floating through social media. I don't think we'll ever really know what happened, but at this point, I feel that this was just something that didn't have to happen at all, you know? Well, what are your thoughts on any of the topics in this video? And until next time, be careful and don't forget to be your own kind. Bye.